Today I'm going to take you guys through the timeline leading up to what I believe to be takeoff for us. When I say takeoff, I mean this is when I believe crypto will begin to see its price appreciation at this point.
We making moves. We making major moves. We making moves. We making major moves. We going all in like we got nothing to lose. We making moves. We making major moves.
What's up, everybody? I'm Mr. Man. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to take you guys through the timeline leading up to what I believe to be takeoff for us. When I say takeoff, I mean this is when I believe crypto will begin to see its price appreciation at this point. Okay, so if I go back to my channel here and show you, and just go down it here, I was talking about how RLUSD is Ripple stablecoin, how it now strengthens or gives value, more value, stable value to XRP on the XRP ledger and Ethereum ledger itself. Here, I broke down the wealth that we are coming and stepping into at this point, because I kid you not, we are stepping into wealth. And if you don't have a strategy and or a plan to tap into this wealth and to preserve as much as you can, because the end game is not just getting wealth, it's now how do you keep it? Because the minute you swap and sell, you're out of losing your position on the way up, and that's fine. But the game is to keep as much wealth as you can. So what do you have set up for that? Watch that video there. It'll break it down and give you guys some info and things to think about. And here, I was reading a 2025 market outlook document by Sygnum Bank, the largest crypto bank in the world. And they are talking about how bullish 2025 is. Okay, how bullish 2025 is. And I'll go through again why 2025 is so bullish. And I'll use KPMG, one of the largest consultants in the world. I will use them. Okay, Virtual Assets 2024 Review and 2025 Outlook. 2024 was a year of unprecedented growth and adoption. And they talk about it, all right, in pretty decent details. Here's the charts, an overview, and here we go. 2025 is set for wider mainstream adoption of virtual assets. Why is that headline itself important? Because you and me right now, we have been in this for a while now. We're not mainstream. We are behind the scenes, trading, flipping these things, learning about these, tapping into DeFi. We understand this. The mainstream is Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's all people know. If you were to go outside now, meet a random new person and ask them if they know what cryptocurrency is, and I specifically say the word cryptocurrency, their answer to you will be Bitcoin, and I think I heard of this one called Ethereum, if they heard of it at all. So that's why it's mainstream and wider mainstream adoption. And why is that important? Because in you know what? I'll take you through the timeline. I will get there, okay? So here, why they are so bullish. Look at the images. The bull and the timeline here of the bull versus the bear itself. There's more bullish activity in 2025 set. So institutions engagement and supportive regulatory developments in 2025. Expansion of crypto ETF offerings and mainstream adoption. Right? TradFi, traditional finance, is growing involvement with crypto through platform partnerships. Anticipation of reducing inflation. The Federal Reserve and the other banks are coordinating and rolling interest rates down to make it appear that inflation is reducing. They say that inflation is reducing, so the Federal Reserve can now come and talk about how inflation is reducing and we're sticking to the 2% and we are now decreasing. Inflation is not decreasing. They say we're headed to a recession. We have been in a recession since 2022. We are heading to a depression. Okay, it's crypto friendly. Now there's going to be a more crypto friendly U.S. Administration. Once Gary Gensler is out, Gary Gensler, and we get Paul Atkins in there. Trump is talking about a Bitcoin strategic reserve. Elon is talking about it as well with Doge. Like, there's so many bullish signs pointing you in the direction here. You just have to sit back and be patient, right? And I'm also going to give you my strategy and what I'm doing, okay? So there's increased retail penetration in Asia, the surge of widespread tokenization and real-world assets on Ledger to move real value. Ripple has a stable coin. Do you see what I'm saying? You can spend money, real digital money, USDC. I don't touch Tether, USDT. But you can spend real money, commerce happening with those real-world assets on Ledger. Value will be flowing like it's water. Convergence of AI and virtual assets to enable streamlined personalized service, increase investor confidence and engagement due to impending regulatory implementations. And I guess better for everybody here, better improvements in terms of the UX, in terms of the interface itself. It's not so rudimental looking anymore. Okay, so right here was my first signal to you guys. I posted this on Twitter. Just in, President Biden calls for ban on congressional stock trading. Why is that important? Right? He goes on to say nobody in Congress should be able to make money in the stock market while they're in Congress. Why is that important? And literally the next tweet from me, or X post from me, was the next few regulations and items on the agenda for crypto adoption are as followed. We have MiCA, at this point was in 12 days. We had EU anti-money laundering at this point because stablecoins are coming in. The AML, KYC have to be updated. Bulgaria is coming out with a stablecoin that was actually corrected. That's coming out January 1st, 2026. Canada takes presidency of the G7. Then DORA, Digital Operation Resilience Act, comes out. Gary Gensler resigns in 33 days, and Trump takes office in terms of being inaugurated into presidency. Why are these important? Why is this order so important? Biden is saying that Congress can no longer hold stock, and they shouldn't be able to do that. It should be illegal. And then I gave you the timeline here. So I told you that Biden has said that, and this is why it's important, okay? This is why it's important.
US growth is particularly strong at the moment. The employment market remains strong. Is that all dependent on the direction of interest rates, or is it going to be able to sustain itself even if we don't see any changes, or indeed potentially a rate hike?
Well, I see the US central bank, the Fed, becoming less important in 2025. So as they approach what's called the neutral rate of interest rates, we're expecting to see really the markets more focused on President Trump's policy. So his pro-growth policies, particularly around tax cuts for both consumers or personal tax cuts, but also for businesses, along with deregulation, an increasing focus on artificial intelligence, and also broadly around the tech space with Elon Musk being president and his government, is likely to drive strong growth outcomes in the US. It's likely to grow around 2.5% next year.
So, we know that Biden was calling for Congress not to be able to trade and hold stocks anymore. We knew sometime that from that date going forward, you're going to see a dump in the market. Why were we going to see a dump in the market? Because they can no longer, Congress, individuals can no longer hold stocks. So they're going to dump. They're going to start selling. What does that mean? We're at a top of something. And they're going to start dumping and selling, and you're going to see the markets begin to sell off. And that affects not just our regular markets, but it affects our crypto markets. So that's why yesterday, the markets were bleeding and red. So I made the decision at that point to jump out of my DeFi position. I was earning solid money because on the way down, you're just seeing people swap, and all those fees are for me. And I was earning at 194% APR. So I was earning some good fees. But before this dump happened, I made the conscious decision to sell out of my position while the prices were high, because I earned on my base amount and I was earning on the fee amount. So I withdrew everything. I claimed the fees. I withdrew this amount back into my wallet, even though it never left there. Just I had a place there in terms of safekeeping. Anyways, I was DeFi there because I knew that the markets were going to drop. I knew the FOMC was coming up a few days later as well. And I had a suspicion, like most others in the market, that Jerome Powell, was going to decrease the rates by 0.25 or 25 basis points at this point. So I knew what was going to happen. So I made the conscious decision to liquidate my position there. So as market drop, I can throw my DeFi position with that cash now into individual assets itself. And the reason I did this, because I believe that individual assets are going to outperform what DeFi can do for me right now. But just to make it known, I didn't withdraw 100% of my DeFi position. I withdrew 75% and kept 25% in there purposefully so that I can continue to earn still on the way as the market's dumping. People are selling. Those are my fees I'm getting paid. When the market rebounds and price appreciation for individual assets explode and take off, I still got 25% in DeFi. People are swapping, trying to take money on the way up and take profits. I'm still earning. So I have a smaller amount in my DeFi still, but I have a larger amount in assets now. That's my strategy. That's what I'm operating now. And the reason I came to this conclusion, I already showed you the video, that what the Fed is going to be doing in terms of lowering interest rates, in terms of Trump now talking about a strategic Bitcoin reserve. BlackRock has ETFs. They have BUIDL, the money market fund. There's VanEck, there's Fidelity, there's State Street. They all got Bitcoin ETFs. Bitcoin was given a head start. Okay, Bitcoin was given a head start. It was given a label of commodity, and it's been out there so people can invest and learn and know about, and all you ever hear about is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is ready. Crypto is ready. And the reason that's important here now, because the US is reducing taxes. Zero tax on certain crypto assets. Bitcoin, XRP, XLM, HBAR, XDC, Algorand, and several others. Why is that important? Because that's going to bring an influx of new investors, institutional investors, new money into the US economy itself. This is gold. This is Bitcoin here. President Trump, Michael Saylor, and many others are talking about dump gold, get Bitcoin. Mortgage your house, get Bitcoin. Right? Everything is get Bitcoin, get Bitcoin, get Bitcoin. 2025, you will see a potential of gold dumping. And who does this hurt? That's the BRICS nation. This is a war of currencies, and the US is striking back now by gathering and harboring all that Bitcoin and then dumping gold. And that hurts the East there, the BRICS, where they're backing their currencies by gold. So as Bitcoin goes up and gold goes down, you're going to see an increase in the crypto adoption at this point here. Institutional investors. And you and me are going for that ride. You better believe I'm riding that all the way up there. So I'm not looking to potentially take profits out of my big bags. I've amassed several bags. Reason being, I want to be able to move crypto around as I need without any issue, not trying to open up wallets now and fool around with it. I have my system set up, and you should have your system set up as well, so you know where to go and you can pause and think, how can I do this? One of the things I'm doing, I'm setting up corporation here in Canada and in US. I told my accountant yesterday I want to open one up in Malaysia and in Dubai as well. The reason being, I want to be able to move crypto around as I need. I'm the CEO of these corporations. For you guys who do not understand corporations, I'm the CEO of the corporation, but I am not the corporation, right? It sounds logical, but it's not so logical. I'm not the corporation. I am Mr. Man. The corporation is the corporation. Mr. Man is just the CEO of the corporation. So when I go home at night, I'm a poor black brother who goes home with no money. Why? Because the money is with the corporation. I just happen to be the person custodying all the assets in the holding corporation itself. So I don't have to pay taxes on these crypto. The corporation does. And that's fine. The corporation can pay for itself, because the corporation can write this off. It can write my masks off. It can write my microphone off. It can write all these things off, because all these things have to do with cryptocurrency, and the business is about cryptocurrency. So everything is written off because it's called cryptocurrency. All right, this is how this game works. Learn what they're doing. Don't get played by them. Play the same game, and then you'll enter into that next echelon too and do exactly what they're doing. So listen to this here, okay?
I wanted to ask you about specifically what the next administration is going to do in crypto as well. I know this is something that you're firmly focused on. It's something that the CNBC viewer is focused on as well. What steps will the president take to position the US as a leader in the global crypto market?
Yeah. Well, I've been a big fan of crypto for a long time, and so has my father. And I think he realizes that every country in the world is embracing it, and people are running. I mean, look at where we are right now in Abu Dhabi. I mean, they're putting billions of dollars into crypto, into kind of digital technologies, and if we don't do it as America, we're going to be left behind. And he wants to make America the crypto capital of the world. He's been very, very clear with that, and I applaud that. I mean, listen, right now, if you live in America, you want to go out and get a home loan, it takes you 90 days. How the hell does it take you 90 days to get a home loan? By then, by the way, the house is already sold. Your dream is gone. Zero chance you're getting it. Why does it? I mean, there is nothing on blockchain that can't be done better, faster, substantially cheaper, not pushing paper. I mean, the banking system that we have around the world, the modern banking system, is antiquated.
It's antiquated, and it's just a matter of time before really crypto not only catches up, but just really leaps ahead.
And so we're incredibly excited on a lot of fronts, and I think America will be the crypto capital of the world, and I fully support it. My father fully supports it. Our family, is fully embracing it. We believe in DeFi. We believe in CeFi. We believe that's the way of the future, and again, America, better lead the way. Otherwise, we're going to leave a lot behind.
So all of this also comes back to regulation as well. And one thing your father has spoken about is incorporating new legislation, even deregulation in the crypto space to really accelerate and move this forward. What does that look like?
Yeah. It looks like it's transparent. That's what it is. The people in the crypto industry are frustrated that no one's ever put together a sensible plan as to how to regulate an industry. They're fine with regulation, but they just want guidelines, and they've said that.
And the problem is you see so many companies that have been so unfairly treated, right? So many lawsuits, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, people attacked, companies attacked. And they're just saying, give us, give us the rules of the road.
We haven't been asking to be deregulated. We've been asking to be regulated. So we have been saying, hey, look, just give us clear rules of the road.
Give us the rules of the road.
And we'll obey them. And by the way, if you give us the rules of the road, chances are the rest of the world will follow. And so I think sensible regulation makes a lot of sense. And a lot of people think that the crypto industry doesn't want regulation. That's actually not true. They just want sensible regulation that they can follow, regulation that's crystal clear, that's black and white. And they don't want to see people like Gary Gensler, who was absolutely a disaster for crypto. Everything he could to try and stifle innovation, he would do so. And those people have all been cleared out, and I think they will put together good regulation. I think we will have a clear roadmap, and hopefully the rest of the world follows that. Hopefully we can lead by example, because that's what we should do as Americans. And hopefully we truly are the crypto superpower of the world.
I wanted to ask you about
the crypto superpower of the world. I want to make note, this isn't my video. I didn't put this together. I don't remember the person who I had taken this video from, but I want to give them credit for it, and thank you so much for putting this video together. It was greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. It was very well done, and I hope you guys can see what's actually taking place. So with the price of gold dumping, because they're dumping gold to get to Bitcoin there, US wants to be the crypto capital of the world. They will achieve that. But the following year, so end of 2025, my intent is to, so I'm dumping a lot of funds into specific assets right now. One of these assets, as it gets to my intended or forecasted mark, at this point I can remove 50% of it because that's my initial investment, and I'm going to use that money and dump that back into DeFi because I want to position myself with fast money again. It might not be the same high as that, but I want that fast money again because I got my initial investment out and it can go back into DeFi. So now I still have my other position, 50%, which was 100% of my initial deposit, and I can ride that up still. And now I've earned even more of that crypto because I didn't have that initially. This is sweet. I feel so good. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. Oh yeah. Alright, so I'm legitimately here, like giving you guys the timeline, giving you guys the breakdown, giving you guys the importance of these things. And I was talking about regulation, and somebody asked, why am I so bullish on regulations? Why am I bullish on regulations? Okay, here are some regulations coming out. So one specific regulations are in place, such as the travel rules. The travel rules have to do with AML and KYC, anti-money laundering. KYC is know your customer. The EU will turn its attention to stablecoin providers that operate offshore, such as Tether. and issue their own jurisdictional token itself. So this company operates offshore, but they operate the largest US stablecoin, not within the US. If you remember my video when I was telling you about Brazil, what Brazil is doing, they're operating on a foreign exchange market situation there. So if you are doing commerce within Brazil, you are not moving that stable coin after you get paid. You are not moving that stable coin to your ledger, to your cold wallet outside of Brazil. It stays in Brazil unless you swap to the Brazilian real, and then you can leave. Right? That's how they capture the market in Brazil. They are doing the same thing here. Right? There's a company, the largest stablecoin company, largest crypto company, Bitcoin isn't a company, the largest crypto company, Tether, has the largest amount of assets out there, and they've earned more than BlackRock, and they're not even a US company. I believe in the Cayman Islands or something like that. All that outflow from the US itself. You think the US and, the largest currency in the world, are they happy about this? That's not strengthening the US economy now, is it? I mean, when you think about it logically, is it? No, it's not. It's strengthening Tether's pocket. That's why companies like Circle had strategically partnered with Coinbase and BlackRock. Who do you think owns America? BlackRock owns the Corporation of America with other shareholders as well. So I do hope you guys found some value in this. And the reason regulations are important, because once regulations begin to come in, so the way I see it, here's the playing field. Regulations already exist. The crypto infrastructure already exists. Now they're just lifting up those regulations so you can be like, oh, I got to this level. Regulations implemented. Oh, I can get through that door to the next level. Oh, another one to the next level. Oh, another one to the next level. That's what regulations are. These things are already in place, all right? This is the global financial system. They're not just putting this together within a few years. This has been decades and decades of planning, all right? This isn't like a web page. This is where stakeholders, all the money providers, all the money people, all the people you've never heard about in the background, and I'm still learning about, they all coordinate. Right? What do you think the World Economic Forum is about? They go there, learn about these things, learn about the economy, learn about economics, learn about digital currencies, learn about everything and how it interconnects. Because you have the top of the top within this forum, this think tank, and they discuss ways to do these things. Okay? Now you know. Alright, I do hope you found value in this one. I'll see you on the next one.
We making moves. We making major moves. We making moves.